Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I'm your host, the Incredible Sulk, and I hope you guys are doing good. Doing great, doing fantastic. How you guys doing tonight? Good? Good. I'm doing good too. I'm living the dream. I'm doing the most and all that other garbage. We're not doing anything serious tonight. We're gonna watch some guy survive in a Dollar Tree for like 10 days. And we're gonna see where that goes. I have no starter or prologue or anything to this. It's just gonna be a good light time, because sometimes we need that, right? Sometimes we need, it doesn't have to, you don't want too many heavy meals in a row. It's not good for you. It's not good for your psyche. It's not good for everything else. So we're just gonna have these little snacks, and hopefully it won't devolve into some weird discussion about religion or death or how we're alive and why we're alive or anything like that. Hopefully it'll just be light, and be like, how do you eat those meatballs? They're disgusting. Let's check my notes. Yeah. It's right there on my imaginary notepad. So thank you for coming. And, yeah, that's all I have to say to start us off. That's all I have to say. But anyways, I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are being good cult members, spreading the good gospel with the scrolls and, tithing. Tithing's important. Anyways, get comfy. Get cozy. Get a nice bubble bath going. Open up some animal crackers. Maybe a Lunchables. Some other things they sell at the Dollar Tree. Maybe glow sticks. Maybe some Oreo cookies. They're not good for you. They're not good for you. If you thought Oreo cookies weren't that bad, you're wrong. They got the soybean oils and the partially hydrogenated and all that garbage. So stay away from that. Stay away from seed oils. I would do my RFK impression, but Pepsi does a better one. So there's not much you gotta stay. I can't do it. I'm not an impressions guy. I'm just not. Maybe I don't pay enough attention. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you're working, don't eat Oreos. If you're driving, eat all the Oreos you want. It's a conundrum, and I haven't figured out why. Anyways, once again, thanks for coming. It's a Tuesday in the month of, let's see, it's February. I had no idea. I had no clue. It's 2025? Whoa. Crazy. Anyways, guys, get a bottle of something nice. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. I think everybody here knows that. And this is called surviving off dollar store food for 10 days. Let's see how it goes.
It's a dollar store.
Enjoy.
And this is me surviving off dollar store food for 10 days. But this isn't just some wacky food challenge. It's a deep dive into one of America's most potentially problematic, fascinating, and controversial industries, dollar stores.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, it is a wacky food challenge, but whatever, man. You don't have to add too much more. They need to replace her with someone younger. The news is a younger, prettier game, and I'm sorry, you've aged out.
Dollar Tree store in Queens has been temporarily shut down because of a rat infestation.
Yeah, why is Dollar Tree changing their prices?
No, $10, I will not do an accent. I won't do that. I don't know why you're pinning stuff in my chat. Couch Turfing's here. Despite what you've heard, Scott Ardenshire, background. I always say Scott like that. How's it going, everybody? Good?
From $1 to $7.
Certain companies, especially Dollar General, don't really care about the sake of your health or anything.
I think it's
don't go to the DG if you're in a hurry. I hate the Dollar General.
about as exploitive a business plan as I've ever seen.
Everybody's getting ripped off.
every day.
There's nowhere else for anyone to get any necessities.
We're worried that these kids who come here every day because this is the food that they eat are going to get sick.
These places.
Oh. You eat at the Dollar General every day? You eat at the Dollar General every day. How are you alive? What do they sell at the... Oh, I didn't even know they had like enough food. Oh, we're going to learn, guys. We're going to learn. Because what are you eating? Mylar balloons? Other types of balloons? What do they have at the Dollar General? Those paddle balls? What else? Knockoff Mackie Mouse memorabilia? Something like that? I don't know.
Aren't just unpleasant, they're unsafe.
This video is for anybody in the
Mackie
company
Mouse.
that cares.
This is the condition
Legally
of
distinct.
most Dollar General stores
Mackie Mouse.
across the country. Look at this. This is ridiculous.
Over the years, dollar stores have exploded across the country, and companies like Dollar Tree and Dollar General have become billion-dollar empires. But with their rise,
That means they've sold a billion things. You know, that's how the math works out, right? They've sold a billion things, and so that's $1 billion. But that says $40 billion, which is honestly mind-blowing. That is so much money for a Dollar General. God, how many crackheads are there? Because that's all I see in the Dollar General. Working there, too.
a darker side. People are protesting.
Only
Lawsuits
ghouls
are
eat
being
at the Dollar
filed,
General.
and
Yeah,
governments
yeah,
are even
Arden.
stepping
Yes.
in. What is going on here?
You
What's
think
so-
a lot of health nuts are going to the Dollar General for what? For what do they have that is not shelf stable or maybe not shelf stable, but it's in the freezer that has power issues? I'm going to go see if they have fish. I have a Dollar General right over there. I'm going to go see if they have fish.
evil and potentially
And I'll
dangerous
eat it.
about these discount shopping centers? Well, I'm going to find out
For
the only way I know
like
how,
$1,000
by going
bucks.
on a 10-day dollar store bender.
'Cause I'm not gonna
I'll
eat
be
it.
eating 30
I
different
don't
meals
wanna eat
over
it.
10 days from my local dollar store, eating at least one new item in
But
every
if you guys give me $1,000, I will go to the Dollar General and I will eat fish. But nothing shy of that. And so I do not expect that to happen. Because I don't want to die. All right? I don't want to die. I doubt the power supply at the Dollar General is adequate. All right? And if they're serving like shellfish or something like olives or something with botulism, I will die. I will not survive that. I don't even know if that... You know what? It's not going to happen.
meal, all while trying to maintain
I'm going to
$100
rescind that
budget.
offer.
Because I want to find out.
That's
Are
not
dollar
happening.
stores truly
I'm not doing
affordable,
that for this
or is
show.
their savings just an illusion? Can you cobble together a healthy diet with such a limited selection? What's behind these stores' explosive growth and the backlash?
They got La Croix. They got La Croix. But it's in plastic bottles, which I haven't seen.
They've sparked. What are their effects on local economies? And of course, can I eat my way through a mountain
Scott says there are $2 Generals for every 15 square miles. Is that true? Or is that just in certain areas? Right? Because I know aren't Dollar Generals supposed to be... Well, we have one here, and this isn't like a bad area. So... I mean, they're everywhere, though, aren't they?
cheap and questionable food, all while trying to stay sane. So grab a snack, maybe even a 4-course meal, and join me as we uncover the surprising truth behind America's favorite budget-friendly retailers. Oh, and a big shout out to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. More on that later.
That's a good
Let's get
sponsor.
started.
That's a good sponsor for this video.
Mercer County, Pennsylvania.
Average white man
Population,
enters the chat.
110,000.
No, I wish I had somebody like that coming in. No, he's probably over at I don't know. He has to work at some point. He can't just sit and watch streams all day. Can he? See, that's the thing. He might be able to. He might be one of those guys yeah, I could just watch streams all day and like donate absurd amounts of money and then just make their day. Good on you, average white man. You're doing the most or the least. It doesn't matter. Awesome.
652.
Awesome.
Dollar stores, 32. That's one store for every 3,500 people. A stat.
Wow. That is like, so there's just going to be, that's like more than Starbucks. That's insane. And the things at the Dollar General don't cost $1. Like with inflation and stuff, everything's like $2 or $3, I think, depending on what you get.
For a community this size. But for me, this isn't just a statistic. This is home, and it's the perfect backdrop to explore how dollar stores
rundown
shape
gas
lives,
station,
diets, and communities.
Let's see. Okay, this is really funny. A Dollar Tree, a Little Caesars, and a Boost Mobile, all in the same shopping center. Is that a nail salon? In a nail salon. So this seems like the good part of town. This seems like the good part of town, and you're not going to get shot here or anything. At least there's a Taco Bell. I don't know. That's still the bad part. That's a bad part of town. Little Caesars is disgusting, by the way. I don't care if you're charging $5 for a pizza. I'm not eating it. It tastes bad. I don't want to charge $5 for something that tastes bad. No.
Across America. For this
it tastes bad. It's bad pizza.
Exclusively from the Dollar Tree, one of the 3 major dollar
Background
store
says he can smell the EBT from here. Yeah, I mean it's got to be overrun with welfare queens, and like all that swirling is gonna get to you. It's gonna get to a guy, right? Day after day, all you see is swirling welfare queens, and they're just all over the place, and they cut in line, and they're loud. Oh my God, they're loud. They're so loud. And then they have a bunch of kids, and they I'm pretty sure they're teaching them to steal. I'm like, why steal from the Dollar Tree though? Practice for a bigger tree? A $20 tree? I don't know.
It's worth noting that not all dollar stores are created equally. Dollar General, for example, has recently expanded its food offerings, with some locations even...
I got a pair of sweats from the Dollar General, and it didn't have any pockets. And I was like, of course, that makes sense because they don't expect you to have anything to put in your pockets. Why not pockets? Why can't you just have pockets? They're sweatpants. Like, really? You're breaking the bank with pockets? Pockets. No pockets. And I wear them because they're comfortable, but they don't have pockets, and it drives me nuts.
Even carrying fresh produce.
I'm sure you don't care, but it's a thing for me. It's really bothersome.
Rely on the chain's limited selection of food items to get by. I chose Dollar Tree for this challenge because it has gained a bit of notoriety over the years for its unusual
Strawberry
food
says,
items.
I hate pants with no pockets. And she's a girl, so she'll buy pants with no pockets. Or like those jeans that are like very, very thin, so you can only fit like, I don't know, a stick of gum in there. Why even have them? Why even have them? My pockets are big, and I can fit many things in them, like a hammer and like a horseshoe, and so there's change in there often, a gun, a knife, Monopoly, the board game. I don't know. There's stuff in my pockets, right? I have pockets. They do real things. I wish I had those old-timey pockets. Wait, are those purses?
Health concerns
those are
and
just
limited
purses.
food selection.
I wish I had a
Dollar Tree
purse.
also has recently announced plans to close hundreds of stores.
Keep my knife in it.
Is it all really that bad? Well, I want to find out. When I arrived on day 1, I was eager to explore this discount wonderland. Dollar Tree truly has a bit of everything: holiday decorations, party supplies, and
Background says, where else is a homeless guy going to be able to steal a single ice cream sandwich in 20-degree weather? You can steal single ice cream sandwiches from there? Don't they come in a box? Oh, but they open the box, and then they take the single ice cream sandwich, and then that's a drug addict thing. That he's a heroin addict, right? Because when the heroin addicts are coming out of their heroin days, they need sugar. So they're going to steal ice cream sandwiches. No matter how cold it is. You know? Because he needs the sugar, you see. So I'm going to go steal me some ice cream sandwiches. I bet I could find a guy that deals heroin in there.
Even film fan collectibles.
I'll ask
Just
around.
Look at this artifact from Snoop Dogg's 2001 hit movie, Baby Boy. But I wasn't here for that. I was here for this. Food. Specifically cheap and potentially questionable food. And I'm going to be honest, I was not
JD
thrilled
says,
with
where
the
else are you going to put your hands? Inside the ice cream sandwich box, but sneakily. So, oh my God, this is... So they got some Philadelphia Philadelphia cream cheese, and it looks like they got a good amount. They got some Jimmy Dean sausages, some asparagus that look like these asparagus and these peas have been there for years. They have been in this freezer for years. We accept SNAP benefits. No one's buying those. No one's buying those, even with SNAP benefits. And they have some Hillshire cheese and meat, which seem a little bit more popular. But look, untouched. The frozen vegetables are untouched. The burritos and stuff like that. How do I get on Snap? Can I get on Snap? I mean, if they're just giving out money, I don't have pride or anything like that. I can get on Snap, right?
Site I saw.
That's
For
not
starters,
fraud.
there was a lot missing from the shelves. It seemed a bit picked
I'll
over.
put on blackface. I'll put it on blackface, and then they'll have to give it to me because they'll think I'm retarded.
Secondly, most of the food was, well, highly processed junk, like frozen meals, candy, and snacks.
Yeah,
Now,
a purse,
I'm no
Scott.
health snob.
A
I
purse.
eat my fair share of garbage, but
You don't think I'd look good with a purse? Well, you better say I look good because I'll beat your ass with that purse. It's going to be like filled with like mall ninja shit, right? Like gas station knives. And I'm not going to pull a knife on you, but I'll hit you with like 30 gas station knives inside my purse. And it'll hurt. It'll hurt. You know, I'm not going to stab you though. That would be extremely Hispanic of me.
it was instantly visible that this place lacked healthy items. I knew going into this I wouldn't have access to
Put your
fresh
purse-
produce, but
Put on your
this-
purse and
this-
go to DHHR. They will give you EBT. DHHR. What is DHH department? Health and Human Resources. Yeah, they probably would, right? I'll just be like, yeah, I hate my dick. I'll put on a purse and I'll walk in and I'll be like, yo, I hate my dick. See the purse? Yeah, I identify with all that queer shit. And they'll slap it in my hand, dude. They'll mark it off and be like, yeah, he's got it. And then I'll be like, sweet, me and my purse knives are going. Right? I didn't have to bust out the purse knives this time. But they're going to come in handy.
This is rough. Thankfully, I did
Especially
find
when
some
I'm stealing ice cream sandwiches.
frozen veggies and picked out a bunch of items. Again, making sure that
Pepper
I would have at least
ball
one
gun in
new
the
item
purse,
for
right?
myself.
A pepper ball gun in the purse. To use when I get cornered because I'm stealing from the Dollar General and the police surround me with their guns drawn, and I'll be like, you'll never take me alive. And I put the pepper ball gun in my mouth and then shoot the roof of my mouth. And comedy ensues, I guess, after that. And then I'll escape choking because the cops will laugh. It'll be worth it. If I go out, I want it to be at least funny. I want somebody to laugh at my death, even if it's in like how pathetic that death was. I want somebody to laugh, at least a chuckle, a smirk. I will take a smirk if the like true detective that sees dead bodies all day and he just came from a crime scene where like this dude hacked up his family, and then he comes to my death and he's all like, all right. Then my job is done. He doesn't have to go home and then like look for the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. He's okay that night. Just one up. Just one up. If I can positively improve one life. Not my own.
In every meal. A few days before starting this challenge, I scouted the store to
I will
plan
be
ahead,
seasoned.
but that turned out
God,
to be
can you imagine? I mean, taking a paintball directly to the mouth like that, it might be lethal. It might be lethal on its own. But you put a pepper spray ball in there, and it's just like, you would be better off just killing yourself. You would be better off if it was just a 45 slug that went straight through your brainstem. You know, because you might bruise up your throat so badly that it'll just close up on you, and then you suffocate right there. Or you survive, in which case you have to go on for like 40 years with people knowing that you shot yourself in the mouth with a pepper ball gun.
less useful than
I don't
hoped.
know which is
Some
better.
items I tended
I
to
don't.
buy, like English muffins,
I don't know what
are
I'd
no
prefer.
longer available today. So now I'll have to get a bit creative. The place was also super quiet. There was no music and very few people inside. It felt a bit like I was going into the Twilight Zone.
Tejas says he sees you doubled over choking on your own penis and laughs and says, "Tiny nippled son of a bitch did it. He finally did it." Because he'd be grizzled, right? And he's 2 days from retirement. But then I pull a gun on him and be like, "I've been alive this whole time and I'm here to kill you." It got too complicated. That got too complicated. How do I choke to death on my own dick? I can't reach it. I said that really as a matter of fact. Don't ask me why. I know that for a fact. I can't reach it with my mouth. Okay? Let's not ask any more questions about that. Please? Is that okay, Tejas? Is that okay with you? If we just ask no more questions and like don't even remember we said that ever again? Thanks. Thanks for that solid. So they came in this morning and then turned on the freezers for the frozen food. That's what they do. They turn them off at night. And then they come back in the morning and they turn them back on. So everything gets nice and liquidy at night. The ice cream sandwiches are just 2 chocolate breads that are just like touching. Oh, how disappointing when you unwrap an ice cream sandwich, it's just 2 chocolate. Oh, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, I stole this for nothing. Where's my pepper ball gun?
But I shopped, and shopped, filling up my cart, finding an assortment of items, and went home. I hadn't eaten anything today, and so I made one of these.
Despite what you've heard says you can't choke on your own dick, lame. I'm not a yogi, dude. You know, I'm not flexible like that. When you attack on mass, you sacrifice flexibility. That's a fact. That's a known fact. And I don't even think I can touch my toes. I mean, I can, but like for the, I'm not going to make a gay joke about myself again. You know, I don't want to.
These Jimmy Dean breakfast sticks. Essentially, all I had to do here was pop it in the microwave. How
But you know how I found that out.
was it? Well,
damn it. I can't help
this
it.
thing does not look good.
I can't help calling
I
myself
would
gay.
describe it as a shriveled stick of bread.
I'm becoming
with
like you
sausage in the
guys,
middle.
and I
But
hate
not
it.
even
I
good
hate
bread,
myself
like
for it.
bread substitute.
I think I'd be miserable eating this every morning. It's really dry.
2 out of 10.
Ugh.
Oh, and I'll be rating every item I eat during my journey from 1 to 10. 10 is the item.
So how much is he going to spend? Is he going to spend like $10? Or let's see, 3. So $30. $30 for, let's see if he does it. I want to know if he's like spending $1 each round or he needs like several breakfast burritos, because I would. I would need several.
Was good. I'd eat it again and recommend it to everyone. You, my uncles, my friends, and even
Las Tejas says, John keeps breeding to keep the gay thoughts at bay. I don't know how that would help, but yeah, okay.
my man.
Maybe.
One is
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know how my children make me less gay, but it just seems like a weird kind of roundabout. But you know, you probably have a pretty sound theory, Tejas. I mean, you're the one who came up with me choking on my own dick. I can't do that though. I can't do that. So that's 0 for 2. 0 for 2.
It's disgusting.
I
And I
can't-
wouldn't feed it to dogs. So yeah, this is a 2 out of 10, meaning I'd feed it to dogs, but I'd feel really bad about it. After my first meal, I wanted to check in and do a quick little inventory.
Scott says he's blushing. You're gay. That's gay. You notice you're like looking that deeply into my like. That's gay, bro. You gay.
Here's what I picked up. All
Gay
this food
Scott.
for just $30. Honestly, that felt like a pretty good deal. For reference, I usually shop at Aldi and a few local grocery stores.
I like the Aldi. The Aldi's great. You get good, decent vegetables at the Aldi. There's reasonable prices. I have one really close to my house. I go to the Aldi all the time. I go to the Aldi, or I go to the Publix if I want something particular, or I'll go to the Costco if I'm like doing a bulk buy, which we should probably do. Honey, we need to go to the Costco. She knows.
always trying to stretch my dollar as much as possible. Overall, I'd say I'm pretty frugal, splurging on a few things here and there, but let's be real, saving money can be a challenge. For years, I spent countless hours trying to
Tejas says,
organize.
I believe in you. You believe in me for choking on my own dick? Dude. You're gay. You're a gay.
My
You are
finances
a
and
gay.
track my spending until I discovered an
No, you're not getting
absolute
pictures,
lifesaver.
all right?
Rocket Money.
I don't have the ability
Rocket Money is an
to
all-in-one
choke on
personal
my own
finance
dick and also take a picture, right? With I don't even have a selfie stick. How am I supposed to do that?
app.
I'm not listening to this. Sorry, brah. You do you. You make your money. But I'm not making any money off of this. So I'm going to mute you. And then we're going to talk about me choking on my own dick. Should I be flattered? Should I be offended that you guys want me to do that? Or like want me to... Like, what's your motivation? What's your motivation here, Scott? / Tejas? You want to see it? You want to see me like dead with like cum drizzle on my face? There's other ways to do that. Enough with the gay jokes, John. Enough with the gay jokes.
Hello, and thanks again to Rocket
Enough
Money
with
for
the gay
sponsoring
jokes.
today's video. Okay, now back to it. For my second meal, I ventured out and parked my car
I
to
can't help
chill.
it.
Because, you know, I'm a chill guy. The food, canned Brunswick chicken salad with crackers. Yippee. A lot of the meals I'll be eating
Terrible.
are dollar store staples like this.
Terrible.
Quick, ready-to-eat options.
Terrible.
This was my first time trying canned chicken salad, so I wasn't sure what to expect. At first sniff, it seemed okay, and as a fan of chicken salad, I had relatively high hopes. Unfortunately, the taste didn't live up to my expectations. It was oddly bland, lacking any real flavor or punch. The crackers didn't help. They were
Okay, so
insanely
Arden Shire said, I don't want to see that shit. There's enough internet already. Yeah, but I think it would go like, not viral, but it would go slightly, it wouldn't go viral. It would be scrubbed from the internet just because nobody would want to see that. It would be one of those things that actually the internet has forgotten, which is, it sounds impossible because it basically is.
stale, which made the whole experience worse.
But, you know,
while the chicken salad and crackers combo wasn't completely inedible,
you know,
it was undeniably disappointing. Overall, I'd rate this meal a 4 out of 10. Afterwards, I ventured to the gym.
I'm not
going to
win any
Though I
Nobel
may
Prizes
eat like garbage doing this
trying
challenge,
to choke to death on my own. Some new suicide technique where I choke to death. That's not a Nobel Prize worthy thing, dude. That's not what people win Nobel Prizes for. All right, they win Nobel Prizes for like stealing stuff and you know, murdering kids, something like that.
I want to stay as healthy as I can. Finally, for
I
dinner,
I don't agree with it.
My plan was to make my own.
But that's what
dollar store
Alfred
version.
Nobel did. He blew people up with dynamite, and he was all like, "This is awesome. I'm going to start an award ceremony for people that do this."
Of kielbasa and noodles.
Look it up.
At the Dollar Tree, I saw this hot
Look
sausage
it up.
along with stir-fry mix, egg noodles, and of course, vegetable oil.
Teos says 1 job, 2 cups didn't do well with the test audiences. Who volunteered though? Who was like, okay, yeah, I'll check that out. Okay, thumbs down. I'm gonna go ahead and give that 2 thumbs down because there's no way that I'm going to be able to get that out of my mind for the rest of my life. And it's terrible. You've reduced the pleasure of my life. You have made my entire life a little bit worse. And not like for the rest of my life, it will flash into my head and I'll be like, well, that ruined my day. How would I do it with just myself?
Oiled my pan and threw some veggies to brown. The sausage smelled good. I cut up half of it, saving the other half for later consumption. I filled up my pot with water. Unfortunately, I forgot salt, so I had to
become
go
an
with
Ouroboros with my own dick. Be around like a snake eating its own tail. And roll down a hill. See what I can do. Stupid human tricks. I'm not going to do this. Can we move on from like this specific bit? From this specific me choking to death on my own wiener. Because it can't be done. I assure you it cannot be done. I can't even, you know, on planes when you're supposed to take the brace position and you're like supposed to hug your knees and stuff like that. I can't even do that. I'm one of those fucking turds that I have to do this, right? Because that's going to do stuff, right? When we hit the ground going 50, 200 miles an hour or something, no, I'm dead because I can't hug my knees. It is not an ability of mine. And I'm not training for that. I don't do that. I'm not the flexible one that you sneak into the bank vault and he comes out of like a little container and unfolds and like deactivates secure. I'm not that one. I'm the one with the blaster. You know, blows stuff up. That would be my gig. That's what I would do. I could also drive, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not the best at that.
Out it for the time being.
But I would blow stuff up.
Noodles,
oh yeah, I would blow the shit out of
meat,
stuff. That's what I would do all day long, right? And if it didn't blow it up, I'd be like, well, we're gonna throw more at it and see if it works. Because that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Did you have enough blow up stuff? No? Put more in. Easy. That's an easy gig. You can always overdo it and then destroy the whole building, but that'll be cool to see too.
And here we go.
Right?
A fully cooked, from start to finish Dollar Tree meal. How did it taste? Honestly, pretty well. I wish I had better.
Scott says bumper stickers, t-shirts, gold medallions and shit, Ouroboros Sulk. T-shirts, if somebody wants to make me a t-shirt graphic, I will make a t-shirt out of that. Because that's a good t-shirt idea. I can't make medallions, dude. I don't have the means to make medallions. Where could I do that? Because that would be sweet. If you have an idea where I can make medallions, I will, dude. But I can't make medallions. I don't even have like a 3D printer or anything.
Oil, like legit olive oil, or even butter.
Sulk
because the vegetable oil, you could tell wasn't the best quality. The sausage was good, not great. The noodles and veggies were good as well. Hard to mess those up, but overall the meal was good. 8.5 out of 10. I smashed hard and successfully completed my first day. Day 2 arrived. I was feeling pretty good. So far I had 2 pretty crappy meals.
2 days and you're not feeling, I would feel like garbage. I would feel like garbage. But what has he been eating?
But one good one. I definitely am hoping all my meals can be good, or at least not crappy.
Hungry
For
Jack.
breakfast, I'm doing a Hungry Jack original hash brown potatoes mix. I'm gonna throw some.
That might be good. It's 100% real potatoes. You can't really screw that. The beauty of the potato, the poetry that is the potato, is that it has all the nutrients that a human body requires. Haven't you ever seen The Martian? You can live strictly off potatoes, and a lot of civilizations, including the Irish, have. So, potatoes are safe. Generally speaking, you shouldn't eat the green ones. I think this is going to be good, though.
Sausage in there, maybe at the end to.
Hey, Fat
make it,
Geralt, Falcon Pond.
More good.
Making this was interesting. I had to heat water and then put it in a box and wait 12 minutes before I could cook it.
You agree with me about potatoes, right? If you look, I actually have a t-shirt that is very potato specific. Let's see. Yes, here we are. Hold on.
So while that was doing its thing, I'd figured I'd do something else. Since skipping my usual tea fix yesterday,
if you look at this, it is the Sulk potato official food of the Sulk cult, and it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So if you want to buy that, then that goes somewhat to my, I get some money for that. And I get to buy my own potatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and put that right there in the chat. If you guys want to buy one of those so I can afford a potato to feed my family, because that's all I feed them, Jess will thank you.
I needed some
to
caffeine
feeding our kids potatoes.
So I tried this extremely special exclusive tea. Okay, I'm just kidding. This looks like the most basic.
That's just the tea. It's just normal tea. That's not even a brand. It doesn't even have a brand on it. It's not an off brand, but it's not a store brand. It's tea, yo. That's it. That is so strange. I've never seen something where a company doesn't want to put their name on it. Like, yeah, it's tea. It's fucking tea. Just drink it. It's tea. Everyone likes tea. Okay? It's fucking tea. Just drink the tea. There's no... it's blowing my mind. I can't handle it. There's no brand whatsoever
tea ever, but honestly, it smelled pretty good. And you know what? It didn't.
Despite what you've heard, says, I'm not drawing you sucking yourself. I didn't ask you, bro. I didn't ask you to do that. Like, can you really, 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 really not do that? Because that's some weird Rule 34 stuff. If I find porn on my daily porn strolls on the internet, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Of like Sulk dressed as a wizard trying to choke himself to death with his own snake cock or something like it. Has to be fantasy based, right? So it can't just be a normal cock. It has to be like, it has to speak to me and like give wishes and stuff. I'll be like, I will pet you later, snake cock.
Taste too bad either. A bit bitter for my liking.
No, don't bite me,
this
snake
is a
cock.
good basic tea blend, and I'd give it a 6.4 out of 10. Back to the hash browns. After my 12-ish minutes of waiting, I had to drain any extra water, and then it was ready to be fried. I decided to fry these in my skillet, and instead of eating the sausages separately, I fried them a little together, and this was the final product. This was surprisingly good. I'm not sure if I would recommend the hash browns though, just because I don't see any advantage in these.
Why are you thinking, despite what you've heard? What is it? Because he's not. Oh, you're thinking him because he's not drawing me choking. No, honey. You know he's lying. You know he's lying. He's just not going to share that with us. But I'm sure that thing is detailed. And he probably spent a lot of hours in the very specific veins and like, you know, the circumcision scars and stuff like that. Because I was wounded as a child.
For like the frozen ones or fresh ones. Maybe
Never
if you don't
forget.
have access to a freezer, these could work. Like
I miss
for
you.
camping, but you truly are.
I want to do that meme where it's like, we still talk about you and the buried cat, but I'm going to put a picture of my foreskin. We still talk about you, foreskin.
Are paying for the convenience fee here. Overall, 6.5 out of 10. For my second meal of the day, it was pizza time. Tony's Trio frozen pizza, to be exact.
That's the worst.
I love pizza.
That is
no
the
joke.
worst.
It's probably one of my favorite foods. I'm crazy about it. And I have to say, Tony did a pretty solid job with this one. It's hard to mess.
That's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst. That's just the worst. That's the worst of them. I've had a lot of frozen pizzas in my day. I'm not going to call myself a connoisseur, but let's say I'm avid in the experiential stylings of a frozen pizza. It doesn't matter if that makes sense. This is a bad pizza. I know what it tastes like. It's gross, dude. And it's like cardboard. I don't even think there's any like wheat or anything. I'm not sure this is cheese. And I'm not sure what animal these round red things come from.
It's up frozen pizza, but trust me,
Bats?
I had some truly bad ones.
Perhaps.
This, though, a strong 8 out of 10 in my book. The only downside was the price. This was one of the most expensive items I bought at $5. It's not outrageous, but
$4. But still, too much.
with my limited budget, I needed to be careful about splurging on items like this if I want to make it through the challenge. After my second meal, I decided it was time to dive.
Ardenshire says that would be weird to go somewhere like South Korea and find Sulk fantasy porn. And I'm just fucking stacked, right? I got like big boobs and stuff like that, and my weird snake cock. Those people, their civilization is dying. Specifically because they are so talented at drawing pornography. If they weren't so talented at drawing pornography, then I think they might have a chance. But nah, man, they're gifted. They're gifted, and it's going to eat their society alive. There's nothing we can do for South Korea and Japan and stuff. They're just going to weird themselves to death.
Into some research.
You know?
I grabbed my laptop.
And I'm talking about my snake cock. I'm going to choke myself to death.
Went to my local park and started digging into
We're right behind them. We're right behind them, boys.
everything I could about dollar stores, their explosive growth, rising costs, and the looming
That
threat of a
is the
potential
chicken of the
downfall.
cave. That's right.
Since the 1990s, companies like Dollar General and Dollar Tree, which also owns
And I call cats chicken of the animal shelter. And they keep telling me to leave.
Family Dollar, have expanded at an astonishing rate, now boasting over 30,000
They're like, "Where are all our
locations
cats?"
across the U.S. It seems wherever you go, you can't escape
it's
the
frozen.
bright yellow Dollar General logo or the iconic green Dollar Tree tree. From a
The
business
Dollar
perspective-
Trees are nicer. The Dollar Trees are nicer. They usually have more stuff. The Dollar General is just like a warehouse. They don't even bother putting stuff on the shelf a lot of the time. It's just like in boxes in the hallway. And then you just pick it up. And then you're like, okay, I guess I'll buy this. No price tag or country of origin or, there's still dirt on it from like where it's from, but you don't know where that's from. Or if it's dirt, right? I would not use any of these products. No, these are filled with like microplastics and things that'll make your balls shrink and things that'll make you gay and stuff. Yeah, 100%. Fragrance and stuff, when they put fragrance on it, that means it's going to make you gay. That's a fact.
Much of these dollar store success lie in their ability to thrive where other businesses can't. Low-income neighborhoods, rural neighborhoods, and underserved communities that large retailers like Walmart often overlook. In towns too small to sustain a supermarket, dollar stores step in, filling the...
That's not ideal. That's not good. Because you get these things called food deserts, where in a large area where you can't then all you have is like the Dollar General and maybe a McDonald's and stuff like that. And the people there can't really, the poor people especially, can't really leave town to go get groceries at the Whole Foods or something. So they have to eat from the Dollar General and the McDonald's, and they get enormous. They get huge. They look like they're eating good, but the opposite is actually true. They're eating very, very bad. America is opposite land in a lot of ways like that. They'd be better off if they were Africa poor, but no, they're America poor. So they're fat.
Gap. They do this by keeping operational costs incredibly low and operating in smaller spaces that require less overhead. This lean business model is a key advantage that many other businesses lack. But it's not just about efficiency. Dollar stores attract shoppers with a promise of unbeatable prices. Dollar Tree.
Well, here's the thing, dude. It's not the unbeatable prices. It's the unfindable products. No, the things you buy at the Dollar Tree or the Dollar General don't exist in the Publix or the Walmart or anything like that. It's like Train laundry detergent. It's real off-brand, but like an off-brand of an off-brand. Costco has Kirkland, right? Which is honestly pretty decent. If you go and buy Kirkland vodka, it's the same shit as Grey Goose. I'm not even kidding you. It's the same stuff. They just put it in a different bottle and then they send it off. So you go buy Kirkland vodka and it's quality vodka. It's good vodka. That's not the case here. That is not the case here.
Tree, for example, built its reputation.
The things here are evil.
On a fixed pricing strategy, with most items priced at just $1. Until recently, everything in the store adhered to that magic number. As you can see during my visit, that's no longer the case, but the perception of lower costs remains a powerful selling point.
Tejas says, not our dollar store. All the canned meats are the same canned meats, same pouch tuna. Well, dude, you're still eating canned meats. That's the issue. That's the main problem. Who eats canned meats? You eat canned meats if you're like young and broke and you get those little chicken Vienna sausages and like a thing of rolls. I did this sometimes when I was traveling, right? And then you just put them in and you make little sandwiches like that and then you're good. You're good for, you're good. But don't do that. Don't do that to your body. That's like smoking 100 cigarettes at once without looking cool.
Point for consumers who want to stretch their dollar. Dollar stores achieve.
And I have to look cool. That's very important to me.
Their famously low prices through a combination of strategies.
Corned beef hash? Okay. I will give you corned beef hash. Okay. That one I will give you. But that's the only one, dude. Don't tell me you're getting like the whole rotisserie chicken that's been like mummified in a can. Because they have those. And that, it seems, I don't know why I think this. But when I see them open that can and then pour that chicken body out, it's sad. Why am I sad? I don't fucking care about that chicken. I don't give a shit about that chicken. But there's something so pathetic about just a cold chicken in brine just flopping out of the thing, dude. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no, that poor thing. I'm not going to eat it. No, ew.
Economies of scale allow chains like Dollar Tree to buy massive quantities of goods at reduced costs, enabling them to sell them cheaply while still turning a profit. They also often strike exclusive deals with...
Despite what you've heard, says the most I can smoke at once is 3 cigarettes. We'll try to break that record right now. Do you have cigarettes on you? Put 4 in. Put 4 in, and then send us a link. And then we'll watch you smoke 4 cigarettes at once. And then everyone, you know, we'll call Guinness and see what they think. They probably won't give a shit.
With manufacturers.
It'll be a personal best, though. And we'll give it to you. You'll be the certified biggest chain smoker in the Sulk cult. We'll give you that award. There's a little plaque I made myself. Put a kiss on it.
To produce specifically designed, smaller-sized versions of their products, keeping their price low while still offering recognizable brands.
Vienna sausages are beaks and assholes? I don't care.
With the combination...
So are chicken nuggets, dude. Have you ever seen them see chicken nuggets? They throw the whole damn thing in there. Eyes and the feathers and everything, right? And they just... It'll bleach out. And it will. They're right. And then it comes out in this paste. Like a toothpaste, but it's like pink. You've seen the paste. And then they fry it up in different shapes, and then we feed it to our kids. I have seen all of that. And I have fed my kid those chicken nuggets, those very chicken nuggets, and he loves them, gobbles them up. I'm like, those are beaks, buddy. And he's like, yeah. So I don't care. You know, I'm not going to eat them. But, yeah, it's just my kid, whatever. He eats stuff off the ground. What do you want?
Of a lean business
right?
model.
I'm not a bad parent. I'm not a bad parent. He wants chicken nuggets. He likes the way they taste. I'm sure the beaks are all natural or whatever the fuck, right? Or whatever, you know? Whatever. Sometimes you just need to feed him. Sometimes you just need to feed him, and he likes them.
And uniquely affordable offerings.
You're a bad
it's
parent.
No surprise that dollar stores have seen explosive growth. But
despite what you've heard, it says I've got a strawberry banana vape. I'm not going to call you gay because mine is sour watermelon peach. And I'm just not going to call you gay. But see how big of a hit you can take off of it. And then I'll say it's fair.
This growth has come with a hidden cost. Many argue that
What?
You talking about chicken nuggets?
Yeah, I'm talking about chicken nuggets. They're beaks and assholes and eyes and stuff. Chicken nuggets? You know that.
No, not the kind we get.
The McDonald's kind.
Oh.
When we take Arlo to McDonald's,
yes.
we give them those chicken nuggets,
Yeah,
and they're like,
you
you know,
can...
there's like tumors and stuff, and
Definitely tumors.
Yeah. And by the way, don't feed your dog food because dog food's not good. It's filled with like, you know, it's a lot of it's roadkill that they just throw into this big meat processor, and then you know and other dogs too. They'll throw dogs from the shelter that they killed with like flea and tick collars on into the dog food compressor.
With euthanasia meds in their system. Poison. And then you feed that to your dog. And your dog loves it. I guarantee you, there is probably several murder victims that your dog has eaten in its lifetime. Guarantee you. I guarantee you. There's been like some guy that got whacked and then, you know, he got like, you know, Jimmy Hoffa and then thrown into the processor and then it gets eaten by your dog. Right? Or you, if you're eating Vienna sausages. That's also possible.
Dollar stores have a negative impact on surrounding small businesses. By underpricing local grocery stores and independent retailers,
Tejas says nuggets are 13% poultry genitals. And that's just not true. That's not true. There's no way that's... So wait. They throw the whole chicken in. Or do they just like... No. Bird dicks aren't that big, dude. Bird dicks aren't big. They're not that big. How big are bird dicks? Are bird dicks big? Now I have to know.
chains push them out of business, leaving communities with fewer options. And because these stores typically employ fewer workers at lower wages, it's argued they don't contribute much to the local economy. Additionally, the rise of dollar stores has contributed to the proliferation of food deserts, areas where fresh, nutritious food is scarce. As local grocery stores close or are unable to compete with dollar chains, residents are...
All right, here we go. There we go. So you'll notice this little hangy downy thing. It's a corkscrew because that's its penis, and it's got a corkscrew penis. So you're telling me 13% of a chicken nugget is these corkscrews? Is that what you're telling me, Tejas? I don't believe it. I don't think they're dumping a big trash can full of corkscrew penises into the chicken mold, the chicken grinder. No, it doesn't. It doesn't track. It doesn't make sense.
Left with limited access to healthy food. So while the dollar store model might seem great on the surface, it's not without its problems from both a local economic and...
Background noise says Argentine lake ducks have 16-inch wings. Prove it.
Consumer perspective. And this is just the tip of the iceberg.
I don't believe you.
We'll dive deeper into it later. For now, I think it's time for dinner.
Cloaca nuggets I would eat. Tejas, I would eat a cloaca nugget, right? As long as that Australian hadn't fingered it already.
I decided on sausage and bean tacos, or something close to that. For substance, I whipped up a mix using breakfast sausage and stir-fry veggies for a potentially flavorful combo. I also heated up the beans and cooked my tortillas. Now, when I say cook...
I mean, this doesn't look that bad. It's not that bad. It's just very cheap. And he's doing okay. At least he uses cast iron. Can we give him respect for using cast iron? Because anybody who uses nonstick or something like that, I have no respect for you. And if you're using nonstick at home, throw it in the garbage. You know what a C8 is? C8s are like, I think that's what they're called. They're bad for you, and they never leave your body. If you have nonstick anything in your house, throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the trash, dude. Go cast iron. That's like a mandate.
My tortillas, I mean, I tossed them directly on the stovetop. Years ago, I saw someone else try it, and it's been my go-to ever since. If you've got a gas stove and haven't tried this yet, I highly recommend it. Just be careful. The result is a nice, slightly charred tortilla that adds a little extra something to your meal.
That doesn't look that bad.
With everything done, I threw it all together.
Honestly, I haven't had a bad taco. I love tacos. Even like some burritos are bad. Like the McDonald's breakfast burrito, that's a bad burrito. How did you mess up a burrito? But like, it's rare. If I get a burrito or a taco and it ends up being bad, I'm legitimately surprised. Because, especially tacos, I don't think I've ever had a bad taco.
And smashed. And honestly, this is pretty darn great. I just wish I had some hot sauce or some sort of salsa to put on top. I'd rate this a strong 9 out of 10 though. A pretty healthy, delicious meal. Day 3 arrived and...
Background noise. Drop the link. Drop the link. Okay? He says, I don't have a lake duck on hand, but I did look it up, then convert centimeters to freedom units. So, drop the link of this huge winged duck. Yeah. And... you know, there's got to be a cloaca, a duck cloaca that is suitable for the size. So I'm not saying you should do this, but you can copulate with that duck without it dying. Because that's the issue. You can have sex with any duck you want, but they'll usually die. But this one sounds like it'll stand the test of time. And do they sell them?
Needed to return back to the tree.
The female ducks. I don't need a huge dick duck like walking around dragging his duck dick like around my house. I'm like, dude, can you put on some pants or something? just fucking waddle. Let's see. There's a snake. What the fuck? No, that can't be. That can't be. But send me the one with the huge cloaca.
As I mentioned before, there were key items not in stock when I went on day 1. I was eager to go because the worker mentioned their main truck comes on a Tuesday and it's Wednesday. So I am hoping that...
Ardenshire says Howard Mandingo duck. Drop the link already, dude. I'm dying with
There will
curiosity.
be more food items in stock. Firstly, I did notice more food items were in stock. For example, the $5 freezer section.
Tail says John's Guide to Mating with Avians on Amazon, $33. It's just a bunch of foldouts. It's just a bunch of foldouts. It's just a bunch of foldouts. Gross.
Was stocked and looked like this. And,
there we go.
Oh, wait, is that shrimp?
No,
yes.
that's
dollar
not
store
anything.
shrimp. I have to get this. I saw lunch meat too.
That wasn't anything.
For just $1.25. I grabbed some Heinz hot sauce, which looked
Heinz. You know, John Kerry's wife is a Heinz, and she's like an heiress to the Heinz, the wealthy ketchup fortune. So don't buy Heinz, I guess. I don't care. I don't care what you buy.
looked pretty good. I also grabbed these Vienna chicken sausages. These seem like a staple.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? No way. What? What? Why? Why? Why would it have such a huge dip? Why would it have such a huge... Look, it's even looking at it. It's even looking at it like, what the fuck, bro? Duck leg, 42... What? How the hell does this duck have so much cock? I'm sorry. And it's still a screw. Like, doesn't matter at that point. Like, it's getting in there. Oh, it's getting in there. Does it go into the other duck's brain? Like, what is the purpose of that? What is the fucking purpose of that? Thank you. Thank you, Knob, for giving me that information. I hate you, Knob.
Fucking
dude, like
to try them. I really wanted English muffins, and
what the
they did
fuck?
not have them again today, which really ruined
there
a
any
lot
more
of my plans.
pictures?
But I can still make this all work. Here are the final results. All this food for $37.39 for
$38. Hold on, I gotta see that again. Hold on, $38.
Try them. I really wanted English muffins, and they did not.
How good are English muffins? How good are English muffins? English muffins are so good. I can't believe we don't have them more often. I think I'm hungry.
Not have them again today, which really ruined a lot of my plans, but I can still make this all work. Here are the final results. All this food for $37.39. For my first meal today, my initial plan was sausage gravy over English muffins. I bought one of these gravy packets on day one, but because they didn't have English muffins, I needed to do something with it. So I decided to start the day with sausage stroganoff.
Huh? Okay, all right, well, yeah, okay. It's you pulled together, man. I mean, he's honestly impressing me because a lot of the stuff that he's made looks not terrible. And so you can legitimately go and survive in a Dollar Tree, but not all the... I don't know about a Dollar General, but I know they have food at Dollar General too. So maybe you can go do this and like live okay. But whenever I see somebody where there's a Dollar General or something like that, Dollar Tree, they're always huge or extremely skinny. There's no in between. There's no in between. They're either huge or really thin because drugs, I imagine, or laziness or whatever. Who's pinning all these comments?
Or the Dollar Tree version of that. So for these gravy packets, it's pretty straightforward. You just add warm water and whisk away. Of course, for the sausage, it was a simple warm-up chop and throw it in the gravy. Then I added the noodles at the end to make my own version of sausage stroganoff. It was plain, but pretty good. To add some Kazam, I threw in some of this garlic and herb.
Kazam? Kazam? Like the Genie movie? With Sinbad? I thought that didn't exist.
Seasoning that honestly made it better. The whole dish and gravy, I would give an 8.5 out of 10. Afterwards,
Tejas says the fat ones drink, the skinny ones meth. Okay, I've seen the fat ones do meth though, and I know the thin ones are drinking. So explain that, scientist, with your 13-inch duck penis. I can't believe it. I'm dumbfounded. Honestly, I'm dumbfounded. What the fuck, God? God, you're going to need to answer for this. What is this about? What did the female ducks do that was such a sin that you had to give the male ducks 13-inch penises? Was it hilarious?
Ventured to the gym where it was insanely windy. Wind rating 16 out of 10. Later, for my second meal, I decided to give a whack.
Can somebody unpin these comments? Can somebody unpin these comments, please? It's not letting me do it.
At fish tacos. Coincidentally, Gordon recommended I make fish tacos on the back, so I guess great minds think alike. I took the fish sticks out of the box, lined them up in an ostentatious manner, threw them in the oven, and let them cook.
JD says, I've never heard of most of these brands. I shop at Waitrose. Nobody's ever heard of that.
While that occurred, I wanted to try the pineapple and jalapenos that I would be throwing on the fish
It's
tacos.
difficult to have sex on a lake? Nah. No, how difficult can it be? They're ducks. They float. They float and they can walk on land, right? They don't have to do it on the lake. I mean, it's romantic, but whatever, that's not why. No, the female ducks did something to piss off God. I'm sure of it. Just like human females did something to piss off God. And that's why childbirth hurts. Look it up. That's a fact. That's a fact. They grabbed the apple or the fruit or whatever after God said no. And then he was like, from now on, you're going to die. And then childbirth is going to hurt you a lot. And then the men were just like, yeah, good call, God. Yeah. You did bad. Right? Adam wasn't there to back anybody up. He was just like, yeah, bitch. You gotta stop fucking around. Fafo.
Were good, 9 out of 10. Pineapple was also good, 9 out of 10. Hard to mess these up, but you never know. I cooked my tortillas. Each tortilla I handled with extreme care. Then it came time to plate my creation. Fish first, jalapeno second, then pineapple. Don't forget it.
That's not a good taco. That's not a good taco. I wouldn't eat that taco.
And let's see. Yes, quite good. I really enjoyed this and would definitely eat it again. I also wanted to try that hot sauce I got, so I shook it well, poured a bit, and did a solid dip. And
why can't I unpin these messages? Knobs, you're not even a mod. How did you do this? Why are they all pinned? Why can't I unpin them?
It was super good. Wow. This bad boy is staying in my pantry.
David says ducks are rapey as fuck. Female ducks have decoy vaginas like it's like a maze. Why? Why? So what? Like a duck is going to rape a female duck, and then his dick goes down a bunch of dead ends and stuff and has to snake through like some sort of mouse in a maze? No. But I said this didn't exist. So now I'm like, maybe ducks have maze vaginas. I don't know. The older I get, the less I know about this world. And I don't like knowing so much. I don't like that I know this now. I'm not happy about that. I don't like how this is going to pop into my psyche. At one random, I could be having dinner with the in-laws and I'll be like, oh shit. These specific Argentine lake ducks have 13-inch cocks. And then that will stonewall the conversation, right? That will my mother-in-law's talking about the gravy boat or something like that, and I bring up this duck dick, and then everyone's just going to be silent after that. Wrong button.
Sauce, 10 out of 10. Dish, 9 out of 10.
Okay,
simple,
fine. I'll Google duck
Later
sex.
that day for my third meal, I decided to test
why the
my
hell
luck
not?
with some tuna mac. The recipe calls for
Why the hell
butter
not?
or milk, and I had neither. Hoping it wasn't essential, turns out it is. It was a tuna mac and cheese disaster. This was thicker than oatmeal. My arm was no joke getting sore from stirring so much. 5.5 out of 10.
Okay. At the request of Tejas, I believe it was. Here's two ducks having sex. Hold on. This is a gang rape. This is a duck gang rape. Oh! You deserved it, right? Dressing like that in the farmyard. Anyways, she was asking for it, guys. And, you know. Nice.
With butter or milk, likely a 7 out of 10. Not a bad cheap meal though, and of course, definitely filling. The fourth day arrived, and I choose violence. For my first meal, I was finally going to try these.
Yeah, it was. Tejas says you bring up duck dick when they serve you duck for dinner. And then you know what I'm not getting after that? Duck. I'm never getting, they're never like, never again. We're not serving duck. He's weird. And he talked about the dick of the duck like for 3 hours straight, and it was just really uncomfortable. And did you know that ducks' vaginas are like mazes?
Chicken Vienna sausages. I've never had anything like this in
Everybody
my life,
knows that.
and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous, so I went somewhere special for the occasion. My local lake.
Well, what do you want, Tejas? What you said? Google duck sex. All right. I went to YouTube and I put duck sex in the search bar, and that's what they showed me. He says like an explanation or something like that. You got it. You got the version of it. I bet you I can find some duck hentai. I guarantee you I can find some duck hentai. Don't make me do that, you sick freak, though, all right? You already made us watch that. And now you want me to look up duck hentai, and then we're just going to watch that for the rest of the stream? You need help, dude.
Area has the scenic overlook.
I'll do it, but you need help
to make memories, experience growth, maybe even try new things. I also bought some Toastum pop-ups as my second item for the meal. Yes, I know, what a nutritious breakfast.
Toastum, not Pop-Tarts. They're pop-ups. There's very little filling.
Super hot. Doesn't look hot, right? It's fall, but it's super hot and it's windy. It's just a mess. Let's just dive in. Okay, so this looks disgusting. There's like this white liquid.
Oh yeah. Get it, brother. They actually aren't that bad.
And I'm not into that. Whatever this is, I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
It was like old chicken in hot dog water.
Wow, I don't like that at all. Ugh.
Background, just the weirdest part for me is the guy waiting around filming it. The duck sex? I don't think he was like waiting around for it. I think it was just like, you know, there was a thing going on and he whipped out his phone. You know, I don't think he's got like lighting set up or anything like that. And there's like a Jewish producer in the corner being like, oh, Jesus.
I think this is gross. One more bite.
There might be. I don't know.
No. Bad. Ugh. Gross.
No, they didn't go away. No, the pinned messages are still there. And they say, I'm unable to pin messages in my own chat, which is disrespectful. But duck sex works. You know, what else did you, Knobs Dog? Go ahead and send me the, Patty Brennan. No. Nope.
Ugh.
Nope.
Did not like that. I'm gonna say it. It's gross. 1 out of 10. Bad. It's so bad.
Thank you. Tejas says click the eyeball. Now they went away. Thank you for that. I don't know how to run this thing. Yeah, you guys know what the situation is. No one's donated.
Okay. Can't mess up Pop-Tarts, right? Nice
I can't even afford any. I can't afford toast and pop-ups because people refuse to donate. It's $1 for God's sakes. It's $1.
Tart. The Pop-Tarts.
Somebody buy me some goddamn pop-ups. All right, that's all I want. All right, you're forcing duck sex down my throat, and like, yeah. All right. I promised myself I would be calm on this episode. But you guys piss me off because you just are who you are. So somebody buy me some fucking toast and pop-ups.
I'm sorry.
It's
Toast and
$1.
We're good though.
No, this is good. Would definitely
It's
recommend.
$1.
8 out of 10 for the Pop-Tarts, and 1 out of 10 for the Vienna chicken sausages. For my second meal of the day, it was time to try that $1.25 ham.
Despite what you've heard says, what's your address? Are you going to mail me $1? Or are you going to mail me the pop-ups? Because I can't be trusted with money because I'm a drug addict, right? You don't give them money. You bring them food because, they're going to use the money on alcohol and stuff like that. No shit. That's why they want money. What do you think? They might not be hungry. They're just gross, okay? You give one a cheeseburger and he's going to throw it at you. Just give him money. If you want to give him anything, give him money. Or poison them for all I care, because I hate homeless people. It's okay. They don't hear us right now. Wait, do they have phones? They do have phones, don't they? Well, they don't have Wi-Fi.
The plan was a ham
Unless they're in McDonald's. Nah.
and jalapeno wrap. My
Fuck
idea
you,
was
homeless.
to grill the ham a little bit.
I hate homeless people. I hate them. I hate them passionately. I hate homeless people. I know they're down on their luck and stuff like that, and I hate them for that.
To give it a little more pow. The ham wasn't bad. It definitely tasted like most lunch meat you'd get at a regular grocery
What?
store. So honestly, it's doing its job. 7.7 out of 10. Together with the jalapenos and wrap, it was a pretty decent second meal. Wish I
Yeah,
had-
Knobs Dog, I took your fucking mod away for a good reason, because you're being an asshole and you do asshole things. So you're not a mod anymore because you're an asshole.
cheese. All in all, 8 out
What
of
do
10.
you
Later
expect?
for my third meal of the day, I decided to try my best at making some poor
You don't even have a whale next to your name, bro. And you're doing asshole things. You don't even have a whale next to your name. All right? All these other fine people have whales next to their name. Actually, most of you do not. But that's fine as long as you're not being assholes.
Hands pasta with
Not
red
you,
sauce.
Knob.
Attention Italians, please do not hate me. You've been warned. Firstly, spaghetti sauce. The Dollar Tree had this brand Hunt's. I tested the sauce. It was described
Strawberry's right, Knob. You went bonkers and ruined it for everyone. So, yeah, that's your fault. Now donate to me. You specifically, Knobs Dog. Because, I spent a lot of time yelling at you and telling you how much I hate you. And, stop doing that. Stop doing that, bro. I don't even know how you do that.
garlic and herb flavored, and let me tell you, it was very much below average. Because it was so bad, I decided to try and make it better. This is when I committed an egregious culinary crime. I used breakfast sausage. I know, but I'm here to try these things, so
Whatever.
you don't have to. I also threw in that garlic and herb seasoning along with some minced garlic I got.
If you guys don't donate, just hit the fucking like button. Just hit the like button, all right? That's all I'm asking. I know it's tax season and times be tough. I get that. No one wants to buy me any pop-ups, right? Off-brand Pop-Tarts, $1. And nobody, but if you just hit the like button, if there's 10 fucking likes on this video, I'm gonna do nothing because there's nothing I can do.
Noodles wise, I went with cavatappi, which looked fun. I
So
also
you
tried
got
the
me over a
Texas toast
barrel
I
there,
got, and
guys.
This stuff is usually pretty good. I tested the
Fucking
sauce, and
ungrateful-
honestly, I do think I
ungrateful
improved
bastard.
the sauce, but
Every
let
last
me be
one.
clear, it was
No, some
nowhere
of you
near
are cool.
good, but it became
Hey, hon.
serviceable. I plated and topped it off with some of this grated cheese, which was interestingly the most powdered.
I know he put a whale next to his name, but I'm not an idiot. All right, I know the difference in whales. All right, I can spot the difference.
grated cheese I ever had. It was like pure cheese
Check out
dust,
this duck
but
dick.
Not gonna lie, it tasted pretty good. And overall, the dish was okay. Pasta and the Texas toast, 9 out of 10. You can't mess that up. Pre-spice up, the sauce was a 3 out of 10. Post-spice up, it
Check out imagine if humans had a similar a proportionally sized dick. So so let's say I had a 6-foot wang, roughly, and it was corkscrewed. And it was going in you whether you liked it or not. And imagine that, ladies. Would you just imagine that without getting absolutely splooshing wet? Please, let's be adults about this.
was a 5 out of 10. Overall, a solid 6 out of 10. Hello, it is day 5 here. I am officially about halfway done through the challenge. So far, it's been going pretty okay. My stomach...
Background noise says I paid my property taxes with my tax refund. It was fun having my money back for 2 minutes. That must be infuriating. And that sucks. That sucks. Here's your tax refund. Oh, you owe taxes. How do you expect people not to fly off the handle? I don't.
It has been all right. Not really bad, not really good. My sleep schedule, though, has been pretty bad. And I don't know if that's because of this challenge, the dietary changes, or maybe it's just the lifestyle changes that have kind of come with eating 3 meals a day, things like that. I would lean more towards the lifestyle changes. I think that has kind of had an effect on my sleep. Or maybe it's just me, you know, getting in my mind and getting stressed out. But yeah.
Tejas says John deserves Walmart Pop-Tarts. Yeah, but those are like 5 times the price. And I don't know if you've noticed that people are putting fake whales. They're actually forging whales in my chat. Like there's counterfeit whales in my chat. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
What is that?
They're making fake whales. They're putting fake whales on their names because I don't know, they're assholes. And they're just assholes. It's just rude.
I like them.
It's just rude, dude.
Continue on. For my first meal, I was craving some food.
Hog Dog has a gold whale. That's a real well.
So it was time to bust into
I don't like saying
my
well
can of
anymore.
peaches, which were good. 9 out of 10. An iconic fruit in an iconic situation. A can. For the rest of the meal, I was finally trying the teriyaki tuna. I decided to throw it on a tortilla, which seems to be my thing at this point if you're paying attention. And honestly, the tuna tasted pretty average. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I was honestly expecting more teriyaki flavor. I really like teriyaki flavor, but it was just mainly tuna flavored with just a little bit of teriyaki. Afterwards, I ventured out on an...
It's not Black History Month. Black History Month was canceled along with Gay Month, and like, thank God, because I had stuff to do during those months, right? I couldn't be gay or black during those times, and I felt really unpatriotic and you know, I wasn't in the spirit. Gay Month rolled around. I was completely unprepared. I didn't even have my costume yet. Right? Black Month, I was ready to go, though. That's what I do. That's Black Month. I sit on my porch and I drink whiskey.
Important mission. This morning, I received a shockingly good coupon from a pet store, and I wasn't gonna let this challenge get in the way of that. So I went into the pet store, checked out some of the pets for sale: fish, lizards, gerbils. What is life? Anyways, I stocked up on cat food and a few other things.
Hawk Talk says, wait, I've been watching Whitney Houston all month for no reason. What the fuck? Yeah, dude, I don't. Even if it was Black History Month, why would you do that? What good movie does she have? Did she have a good movie? Was she in The Bodyguard? Or did she just do the song?
Things. And then after that, I went to the gym, and then
I don't like those colored
movies.
movies.
It was time for my second meal. For that, I wanted to make...
Except for like... No.
Pierogies with kielbasa and peppers. Unfortunately, I made a terrible mistake. I grabbed what I thought was the same stir-fry as before, peppers and onions, but this one had broccoli, peas, and carrots in it. A huge mistake. If you've never had pierogies, you're missing out. Essentially, a pierogi is a Polish dumpling, often filled with potatoes, cheese, and sometimes even meat or vegetables. You can cook them in a bunch of different ways. These boxed, pre-made pierogies from Mrs. T's are pretty good. Combining everything together made for a pretty great looking dish. As for eating the dish, something...
Teos says Tina Turner was better, took a punch better too. Let's not, like... Tina Turner absolutely deserved to get beat. Okay? Okay? And yes, I'm defending domestic violence. All right? Sometimes they ask for it.
Didn't taste right, so I bit into one of these carrots, and it had
some people are gonna be checking in on Jess, I'm sure. Look, and she's not on Twitter right now. You don't know if she's alive, right? You didn't see her on camera or anything like that. I could just be talking to no one. I grabbed another drink off the side, and then I'm like, haha, I'm tricking you. She's actually in a shallow grave.
This weird brownish color, and it was not good at all. It tasted pretty...
I'm not paying for a deep one.
gross, which really killed the hype of the dish. I'd say the boxed pierogies were an 8.5 out of 10, and the dish itself,
I haven't seen Leonard Part 6 or any of the Leonards.
was a 9 out of 10. Would have been a 10 out of 10 if it wasn't for those bad carrot chunks. For dinner, I was in for quite the adventure. It was time for dollars.
You know she beats me in this house? Okay. Dude, I weigh like 100 pounds more than her. More than that. There's a ghost. It's a ghost of Jess is here. Because I murdered her violently in a domestic violence situation. And she's getting turned on by that. You hear that? She not even in death can it shut her up. Dinner is still cold.
Store shrimp. Now, let me clarify a few things. First, I've never cooked raw shrimp before, although I've cooked plenty of it in RuneScape where it's literally one click and done, and you can do that at level 1, so...
That's true, she is faster than me. She can strike and run off, Tejas. I can't do anything about that. But if I get a hold of her, oh boy, it's over.
Actually assumed real-life shrimp would be pretty easy. Spoiler alert, it's really...
Luckily, she falls into traps like nobody's business, dude. It's like really... It's stupid easy to trap her. It's funny, too. Yeah, so you just trap her and do what you want.
Not. The process turned out to be
Nothing
more
she can do
involved than
then.
I expected. Step 1 was rinsing the shrimp. Easy enough. Then I had to boil them until they turned opaque. But like, what does that even mean?
It means you can't see through them. It's the opposite of translucent or see-through. Opaque.
Google says perfectly cooked shrimp will be opaque with a color ranging from pink or orange. Here's the thing, how orange is orange and how opaque is opaque? It's not as easy as you might.
If you can't see through it, it's opaque. At the point when you can't see through it, if you can't like read a newspaper through it, it's opaque. But you know, what do you mean, bro? How do you not know the It means you can't see through it. All right, that's it. That's a pass or fail situation. Can you see through it? Yes or no? No. You can't see through it. That means it's opaque. How are you an adult and not know?
Might think to figure out, so I might have overcooked them just a tad. And then after that, you still have to peel the shrimp. Overall, though, my first attempt at shrimp was, let's just say, a learning experience.
It's shrimp time.
I did not like the shrimp, and generally I do like shrimp, but this
Strawberry says that's like first grade science. I mean, not even, but yeah, science, but also vocabulary. You're like an adult, and you don't know the definition of the term opaque. Really? Don't they teach that? I never paid attention in school, so maybe they didn't teach it, but like, it's used often enough. It's not that rare of a term. It's not like I can't even think of a term that's. Let me think of a term.
Shrimp just was not the shrimp for me. I would probably give this a 4 out of 10. I don't know if I cooked it wrong or it's just bad quality shrimp. It says that this shrimp's from Indonesia, I guess, but I would recommend going somewhere else to buy your shrimp. Day 6 began with a cup of tea, setting a calm and
It's not like bijou, a French word meaning jewelry or trinkets, often used in plural form. It's a normal word. Opaque is a normal word.
Tone
I thought of that.
I decided to head back to the tree to check in if they had
You
any
can't
new
prove I
items in
didn't.
stock. Upon entering, I noticed they had rearranged
You
a lot of
don't-
the
you can't
shelves,
prove I
making
didn't.
the store feel different from my last visit. To my surprise, they had restocked with
Never paid attention once in school. Not a single time. Not a single time. And I honestly, I think it's really benefited me overall. Because what did they teach you in school? What did they teach you in school that you use? That has benefited you as an adult? This is an honest question. Answer it in the chat. What have they taught you in school that has benefited you as an adult? And don't say like pre-med or, science or stuff like that. Not like things that you're supposed to be taking in preparation for college or anything like that, if you're going to be a doctor. No doctors in this chat. But like general ed, what do they teach you where you're like, oh, I find this useful on a daily basis? Nothing. Not a thing.
With some new items, Arby's curly fries, cheese singles, and even butter. I grabbed my fair share of questionable items for the content, and I picked up a few more essentials. This time though, I had to continuously count and double check my cart to ensure I wasn't overspending or breaking my budget. On a more serious note, this was an incredibly grounding experience. It's easy to overlook the comforts of—
Strawberry says grammar. I didn't learn grammar. I picked up grammar from like reading and like the internet and like video games, and from media around me, I could understand the meaning of grammar. I did not learn grammar in school. I did not. Because even a lot of the teachers in those schools didn't know shit about grammar. So like, you think they're experts at grammar? You think those, a lot of them don't even, in Florida, you don't even have to be a high school graduate to teach high school. You need maybe a GED, or if not that, you serve time in the military. You really don't need anything. You know what you need to do? You need to hand out photocopies, and then when you get those photocopies back, you mark them against a key, and that's your job, dude. That's your fucking job. That's it. That is it. And then those teachers constantly bitch about how they want to get paid more. I want to pay the photocopier more. It's the only one doing any actual work. All right. My God, every teacher in the country can be replaced by YouTube. A lot of teachers are on YouTube, the Indian ones and stuff, and they'll explain physics and like multiple dimensions and stuff beautifully and like simply, and then you'll get it after that. There's no reason we should be spending trillions of dollars, maybe not that much, but several $billion, pissing it away on education programs with people who can't even read. People who will never be able to read ever in their life. Those schools don't need more funding. They need way less funding. Way less funding. Like, shut the whole damn thing down. You can't read. And I'm not talking about like the white schools. Those kids can read. But like the black schools that get like equal funding and a lot of cases like a lot more funding, they can't even fucking read. You can't even read. How hard is it to read? I don't remember learning how to read. That's how easy reading is. Before my consciousness was absorbed into this skull, I knew how to read. I already had known how to read. That must have been it, because I don't remember learning how to read. I never remember looking at a sign and being like, what the fuck does that say? What are those squiggles? Never in my life. Not once, right? Maybe when I was overseas and it was a different language. I can't read other languages. I'll accept that. English was pretty easy.
Your own life.
Okay.
Moments like this.
How do you not know how to read?
Different realities are for others.
There's adults running around out there, flying airplanes and shit, that don't know how to read. Yeah, flying airplanes. You noticed a lot of them have not been landing all that well lately. Yeah. We're fucked, you guys. We're fucked. I'm not even sure Obama could read.
Other people. I wasn't raised with a silver spoon. I'd say more like a plastic fork, but even that.
Tejas says math? What math do you use on a daily basis? Tell me the math that you use on a daily basis. Are you finding like the area under a curve regularly? Are you busting out that old trig? Huh? Or do you just ask the calculator or just ask ChatGPT or anything? There's no way. Come on, you're fucking full of shit.
Has its privileges compared to what many face daily. While I've approached this journey with humor and luxury to experiment, for many people, every decision on a dollar.
Strawberry says, I got to like Spanish 5. And I got to like Duolingo 5. All right? Bet you I know more Spanish
store carry significant weight. These are not just quick stops for snacks or quirky finds. They're lifelines for entire communities.
Variable equations is variable equations. You use variable equations on a day-to-day basis, not for your job. Then what for?
So important. It's time to shift gears and unpack more truth about the businesses behind
you work in computer analytics. I'm saying not for your job, for your everyday, the day-to-day person. All right, your day-to-day person. You went specifically to school to learn this. All right, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about general ed. When you make it through high school and then you completed it, you're a citizen. What do they teach you?
Stores and their price tags. While browsing the tree, I noticed
Scott says running a lathe, and I'm like mad how, like, yes, they did have shop in high school, but that was an elective. That was an elective class. Okay, I learned how to weld in high school. I don't weld every day.
Some of the smallest food portions I've ever seen, which got me thinking. All these dollar stores present themselves as budget-friendly shopping havens.
I
but
haven't
is
welded
that always
since.
true? Well, the answer may shock you.
I probably
This
still
brings
do it.
us to boots. Yeah, I'm wearing boots. The boot theory of socioeconomic unfairness, coined by Terry Pratchett, explains how poverty forces people to spend more over time. For instance, a $60 pair of boots that lasts 1 year may seem affordable, but compared to a $100 pair that lasts 2 years, the cheaper option ultimately costs more in the long run.
When it comes to boots, spend good money. Spend good money. Get good boots. Get good boots. Okay, you will not regret getting good boots. Get good boots. I insist that you get good boots. I have this pair of Iron Rangers that I got from Red Wing, and they're expensive. They're like $300 or something like that. They're awesome, and they will last for the rest of my life. And you can take them in, and they'll fix them for free. Get good boots. Have shoes, right? But get a good pair of boots. Make an investment and get a good pair of boots. I don't care what gender you are, get a good pair of boots. You will need them at some point. It will not be a waste of money.
This theory highlights a frustrating reality for those with limited means and serves as an example of socioeconomic unfairness. In dollar stores, this principle plays out vividly. Products that appear affordable up front often don't deliver the same long-term value. Take thin spaghetti, for example. At Dollar Tree, a box costs...
Background noise says, I learned that people lie all the time. Baseball is just a game and never trust a man with a ponytail. You learned that in school? Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Because teachers lie all the time. Like, yeah. And a lot of them have ponytails. And baseball is just a game. And it's like boring to watch. I'm sorry if you like baseball and like that's your thing. It's just boring to watch. I don't watch sports though because I don't consider it a sport unless somebody has to die. If there is bloodshed, there has to be a body, like a dead person, or else I don't consider it a sport. Gladiators, that was a sport, right? Football is not. UFC is not. No, those aren't. They could be bloody, sure, but nobody has to die. See, so if there is a sport that comes on the TV and it's like, a peasant versus a lion or something like that, and like one of them's gonna die, I'll watch that. I'll pay-per-view that shit. I'll throw a party, right? I'll take bets on the lion. Because that peasant is going to get eviscerated. Another word I did not learn in school.
$1.25. At Walmart, their great value brand costs $1.92. On the surface, Dollar Tree seems like the better deal, especially with its bold claim of 25% more free. But when you do the math, the story...
Hog says, I like my Keens. The carbon fiber steel toes are worth it. I would agree with you. Steel toes are I mean, depending on what you do and stuff, but those Iron Rangers, they got a real stiff toe. I don't think it's a steel toe. They're designed for people that they're miners, like coal miners. That's why, or iron miners. That's why they're called Iron Rangers. So they're a very nice boot.
Changes. Dollar Tree spaghetti costs $1.25 for
8 years now, right? You've been wearing your Keens for 8 years now. That's pretty good. I think I'm like 3 years into those Iron Rangers. But I've had my last pair of boots. I had them for at least 7, and they were, I forget what they were.
20-ounce box, which breaks down to 6.2 cents per ounce. Walmart spaghetti at $1.92 for a 32-ounce box comes out to roughly 6 cents per ounce. Despite the higher upfront price, Walmart's option is cheaper per ounce and gives you more for your money. Smart shoppers might be rolling their eyes at me saying obviously buying in bulk is cheaper, but it's not just buying in bulk. Sometimes identical items sold at Walmart and other retailers are cheaper than at Dollar Tree. Take Bumblebee tuna packs for an example. At the Dollar Tree, they're $1.25 each, while Walmart sells the same 2.5 ounce pack for $1.16. This is where the illusion of savings come into play. Dollar Tree relies.
So Dollar Tree is not actually saving you any money. It's just for the poors that can't afford to go to Walmart. You can't afford to get to Walmart? Okay, yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
On the assumption that everything in the store is a deal, but that isn't always true. At Walmart and regular grocery chains, unit prices are displayed.
Hog Dog says I used to rock Doc Martens, but then went to Keen's. Jess had Doc Martens, and she liked her Doc Martens, but then they became too mainstream. So, are you a goth chick? Are you a goth chick, Hog? Is that what you're a goth chick? Do the boots go all the way up? Are you wearing fishnets? You're a slut, Hog Dog.
Displayed on sales tags, making it easy for shoppers
to
compare value. But at Dollar Tree, where everything is assumed to be $1.25, there's no unit price displayed, leaving customers to do the math themselves. I'm a guy with no kids and an obsession for detail, but a single parent shopping at a Dollar Tree doesn't have the time to do the math and figure out if they're getting ripped off. And that's where these stores really take advantage of people. I went to Walmart and looked at a bunch of items and compared the costs during my research phase of the video. Arby's fries, Vienna sausages.
Strawberry says Walmart isn't all that on pricing either, despite what many people perceive. I believe that. I mean, there is some deals, right? I mean, you can get TVs pretty cheap there. The thing about Walmart is that you don't go there because it's cheap. You go there because it has everything. Yeah, you gotta have everything, man. You get anything you want, you got at Walmart, right? Anything. We got a big one around here, and I go there when I need something. Something. Not anything, just something. Electronics or something. An Xbox controller. Things like that. Go down to Walmart.
And stir-fried noodles were all cheaper at Walmart, and they were all the same sizes. But the one that really stood out to me was fish sticks. At Dollar Tree, a box of Gorton's fish sticks is $5. You get 18...
$5? Why? Okay, why do they call themselves the Dollar Tree if they're charging $5 for fish sticks? For 18 fish sticks. Why are you calling yourself the dollar store? You're just a store. You're just a normal store. All right? Call yourselves the Tree. The General, something like that. You know, it's just a lie. I'm old enough, back in my day, I'm old enough to remember when the Dollar Tree, the dollar store, had shit that was priced for $1. Nothing was over $1. Nothing was over $1 at the dollar store. Can you believe that? Can you wrap your mind around that? And it was like normal, like stuff that you could get for $1. That is long gone. That is long gone. With the Radio Shack and the Blockbuster and the rest of my childhood, that was... right? I do miss Blockbuster. I do miss Blockbuster. Yeah. Shit sucks now.
Sticks or 11.4 ounces. But at Walmart,
the
you
before
can get
time.
44
yes,
fish sticks or 24.6 ounces for just 48 cents more. Yes, it's not the same brand, But for an extra 48 cents, you're getting twice as much food. Now, in
Hey,
fairness
Brandon,
to Dollar Tree,
it is a
not
gay
everything
fish.
they sell fits this pattern. That terrible
I suck fish sticks. I suck them dry. And then I don't even bite them because I don't like that.
pasta sauce, if for some reason you
I don't
want
like
to
that.
disappoint your family, that's cheaper at the Dollar Tree
And I have
versus
to pay
at
them.
Walmart. Those Idahoan potato packs,
These, we call them magic potatoes because they are so easy to make mashed potatoes. I'm not saying they're the most quality mashed potatoes I've ever had. I prefer it when she like makes them out of actual potatoes and then she like mashes them up because I like to see her working. I'm like, why do I keep you around unless you're at work? But these are pretty easy if you're in a pinch. You boil water, you throw that in, and boom, you got potatoes. That's it, man. And they are piping hot. And they're good. They will do the job. They suffice. So, big fan of these magic potato dust. That's what we call them.
also cheaper at Dollar Tree. So where does that
Hit
leave
the
us?
like button.
Well, honestly, a little frustrated, but at least I have the option to choose.
That's free. Hit the like button because nobody wants to buy me some off-brand pop-ups, some pop-up tarts. Nobody wants to buy those from me, so hit the fucking like button.
Where I shop. Not everyone has that luxury.
I'm kidding.
Some people don't have cars, rely on
I'm
public
calm.
transportation, or live
I'm
in
calm.
food deserts where Dollar Tree or Dollar General may be their only grocery store shopping options. And that's where things get far more concerning. If
She
someone
is
only
so
has one
black.
place to shop, they're far more vulnerable.
That lady was too black. That was too black. That's like, wow, you are so black. Wow. That's, you know how like some Irish people are like so white? Like so white. Can we agree to like just like lower the contrast on humans a little bit? Just a little bit. You know, I feel like I'm a good shade. You know, I'm not like pale, but I'm not like crime. You know, I'm good.
to being taken advantage of. And allegedly this is happening far
black.
more often
Yeah, that's right,
than you may
Strawberry.
think. But more on that and what's being done about all of this later. Right now, I need to focus on one thing. Getting through this challenge. Have you ever eaten something so bad you wanted to dive into a vat of acid? Let me...
Onia says, John only removes the bread from the fish sticks. He circumcises the fish sticks. I do that, like, that Bepeppa thing, right? Where I, like, suck, you know, it gets cut, and then I suck the juices out of it. You know, like the Jews do. Yep. I wear the thing and everything, the little hat. I make the nonsense words.
Introducing to meal one for day 6. A Jimmy Dean sausage and cheese
That's
English
all good.
muffin. Now, generally, I like breakfast.
Whenever I make jokes like that, I'm like, I'm afraid that there's going to be something crashing, like a Scud missile or something crashing through my ceiling.
Sandwiches. But just look at this thing. It looked like it
One
got
day.
ran over by a car.
One day.
And surprise, surprise, it tasted like it too.
And I'm like, Jess, stop talking like that. Shh. They're listening. They're
Cheese,
listening to us.
Pretty terrible. I'd give this a 2.5 out of 10. Luckily for me, though, I had bought some mangoes, which I was really excited to eat. I always loved these like little cups growing up, and I would give these an 8 out of 10. For my second meal, I decided to go with a Mexican theme. Enter the XXL chimichanga.
Hell yeah. 14 grams of protein. Hell yeah. Spicy red hot bean and cheese. I bet that slaps, dude. 510 calories. Yeah. Yes. Pat. Yeah. I would eat that. I would eat that. And I'm sure it would be like not good, but it would do the job. And it would be cold in the middle. That's the thing. It would be freezing in the middle. But I'd be like, I don't want to put it back in the microwave. So I'm just going to eat the icy core beans, right? So it's super hot on the outside and it burns your mouth, right? But then you have to snap it because it's still icy in the middle. You have to snap it. And then it's all together in there. And then you're like, I don't hate my life. That's how you get through. Okay? It's tough. but that's how you get through.
Spicy red hot bean and cheese. And for my side, I wanted to do tortilla chips and guacamole dip. As I microwaved the chimichanga, I entered that part of these social experiments where I start to question my life choices and slowly lose my mind.
Yeah, Strawberry says they're always busting open but still cold in the middle. Yeah, who is engineering these frozen burritos? Who is the scientist who is like, yeah, that's good enough? Do they have a special microwave? How is it always like busting open? It busts open, but then it's frozen in the middle still. How is that not? It's 2025. You don't have the technology to like keep it not exploded, but I don't get it, dude. That's not a good burrito design. It doesn't work as a burrito. You see? You see the issue? It's not supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be convenient. And you slip it out of the pack and then you eat it. And it's a burrito. It's not though. It's everywhere and it's so inconvenient. And it hurts because I can't stop myself. Jess knows this. And so she makes sure that before she serves me food, it is sufficiently cool. Because if it's not cooled down, if she like hands it to me and she's like, it's still pretty hot, then I will eat it and I will burn myself the entire time because I won't stop eating it. So she knows to hold my food back for it to cool down before she gives it to me. Because I won't stop eating it, right? It will, and I won't enjoy it. It'll hurt and I'll keep eating it. Yeah, she knows this. She knows this very well because this happens so many times. Wait until it cools down, all right? So I don't hurt myself. You do it for the kids, do it for me.
How was the chimichanga? Well, not great. It was doughy and lacked flavor. I feel like a lot of these frozen items so far are mostly just bread or tortilla with barely any of the good stuff inside. 4 out of 10. Now, I was really curious about the dip. It didn't taste like guacamole. I checked the ingredients and there were a bunch of things I didn't know existed.
Tejas says you just described the requirements of a special needs individual, John. I do have special needs. I need my food to be at an edible temperature. Excuse the fuck out of me, Tejas. Excuse the fuck out of me. All right? Some people have standard, some people just want to live a certain way. Okay, this is my way. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to hold myself back from burning myself. And like she has to give me ice cream in small doses because I will eat it too fast and I'll give myself brain freeze and then I'll scream. And then this is the life she chose. When I was like, do you want to get married? She was like, yes, I'm into that.
It was okay. The only downside was this weird aftertaste. 6 out of 10. RFK is 100% going to ban whatever I just ate. For dinner, I had what I thought was a pretty epic idea: ham, potatoes, and green beans. To give the green beans a little extra flair, I decided to fry them up with some garlic. The potatoes were a breeze to make, just boil water, mix in the packet, and voila. I plated everything, trying to make it look somewhat presentable, added some salt and pepper, and this meal was pretty good.
I'll give it to him.
Was like ham.
A lot of the meals that he's made, some of them, but a lot of them have looked edible enough. They've really looked edible enough. Like, where I've been like, okay, I'm not immediately turned off.
Not some lunch meat, but the potatoes.
I'm not like, ooh, that looks good, but it's like, it's acceptable.
Super easy, super tasty, definitely stole the show. I'd give them an 8 out of 10. The green beans.
Poor Jess has 3 toddlers. She's got 1 toddler and 2 babies. So I am a baby. The toddler feeds me stuff and he makes sure that it's cool. He blows on it and then he puts it in my mouth. And I'm like playing video games. By the way, I'm playing RDR2 again. It is such a good game. RDR2 is a beautiful game and you really get immersed in it. I haven't played it for years. I beat it, but I haven't played it like since I beat it. It's such a good game. Why didn't they make any DLCs for that game? They didn't even make a PS5 version. They have a PS4 version. That's it. They just abandoned it. It's a great game. I don't get it. Sorry.
Okay, I'd give them a 6 out of 10. I like mine fresh and not canned. It reminds me of my school lunches. Still, the overall dinner was a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, he watches out for
Day 7 arrived. Fun fact,
He
I
loves
got
his
this
data.
hoodie at Goodwill, and I've never
He takes care of Dada, right? His Dada's good.
worn it until
You
now.
love
It was
Dada.
time for another burrito or burrito adjacent item. This time a breakfast wrap. What's crazy about this thing is the recommended cooking time.
Tejas says, are you staring into the horse's testicles to look for changes related to weather? Tell me that's a thing. Tell me that's a mechanic. Is that really a mechanic? Oh, I'm gonna now. I'm gonna be staring at that horse nut. Oh man. Oh, I think you're joking, but if you're not, tell me you're not joking.
In the oven was, no joke, 38 minutes. You could
David
literally-
says just started replaying RDR2. Sweet. RDR2 brothers. We're in it. 6 years later. 6 years later, right? So many other games that came out are just garbage. Garbage. $1 billion projects. $1 billion what was that one that was like Overwatch but like gayer? Nothing came out of that. Dude, $1 billion project. You know what it is? It's money laundering. That's what it is. It's money laundering. Everything is money laundering these days. When they put tens, hundreds of millions of dollars in a movie and it sucks, money laundering. That art, the entire art scene, is money laundering. That strange ape, the monkey, what are they called? The crypto, money laundering. Everything is money laundering. Everything is money laundering. Everything, dude. Everything is money laundering. It sucks. It's ruining society. It's just a bunch of rich people scamming each other. Scamming the government. But, which I'm not against. But it's like, come on, dude. Everything's getting ruined. Pick an industry and stick with that. Go back to modern art where they're taping bananas to a wall. I don't give a shit about that. I really don't. I don't care. A bunch of pretentious yuppies stand around a banana and say, oh, it's so deep and meaningful. They don't know any better. They're fucking idiots too. Just stop with video games and movies and stuff and things that like I want to watch and enjoy. Okay? Do the banana thing. Do the banana thing till you're blue in the face. Okay? I don't care about art. I don't. Just stop with like the rest of it. This is an honest plea. It's really annoying.
Really make your own scrambled eggs, bacon, and throw it in a wrap.
What do you
in under
have for me,
20
Chaos?
minutes. This is double that, which to me is
Okay, all right. Hey, do you guys want to look at some horse testicles? Neither do I.
Whoa now.
There they are. Wow. Very detailed. Okay. So we can see they are in the descended position, and it looks like a warm biome.
Good boy.
Now we have to go. I don't know why you couldn't just cut it. But we're riding a horse now. Watch out for the wolves.
Calm down, fella.
I'm riding on a horse. It's got huge balls. Oh, going into the snowy parts.
Easy now.
Okay, all right. Now I gotta get off and check my horse balls. Holy shit! Whoa! Nuh-uh! That is really cool. You guys check out this horse's wiener. That's really cool. Look, it really sucked up there good. It sure did. Wow. Bravo, Rockstar. Bravo. Your attention to horse testicles really deserves an award. Look at that. It shrunk maybe 50%. Amazing. Amazing work. The attention to detail. That's what I'm talking about. That's what matters, right? RDR2 was basically the perfect game. Seriously. Yeah, it's immersive. It's fun. It's actually pretty relaxing. And it's also engaging. And there's a million things to discover. And horse balls that are dynamic, right? Dynamic. There was a guy. His job was the balls. His job was to draw horse testicle for years. For years, he worked on these horse balls. He went out to ranches and stuff like that and been like this. Like, okay. That's what, okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm going to need several more horses. And then that's what he did. That's all he did. And he was passionate about it. Oh my God. Where are you now, Horseball Man? Where are you now? Probably, writing code for jiggle physics on some sort of porno or something. Probably. Did you kick that horse in the nuts and then he kicked you back? Good. I don't feel bad for you. I mean, that horse is going to go to his family and be like, this dude was obsessed with my nuts. It was weird.
Insane. So I decided my directions stated to just put it on a paper towel.
Really
I
weird.
did. The breakfast wrap was just like the burrito I had yesterday. About 80% wrap or tortilla and not much substance. On the wrap,
O'Neill says Horseball Man fell to the dark side, the furry side. I think you mean ascended, you bigot.
It said it had 13 grams of
He
protein.
ascended.
I don't really think that's
to the
possible
master
with
race.
How little egg or bacon was actually inside. I decided to.
Do furry suits have balls on them? Do they have like weighty balls? I don't know. I never looked that closely. They scare me.
Throw on some hot sauce on this thing to try and make it better because it was incredibly dull. 4 out of 10. For my second meal, it was time for fish and chips. My new item here was these TJ Farms Select Steak Cut Fries. When I opened
Can't
the bag,
go wrong.
the fries
Potatoes, you
smelled
guys.
bad.
Potatoes.
Like old potatoes and cigarettes. Between these fries,
Oh. How do I know exactly what he's talking about? I know exactly what he's talking. It just worked in my brain. I know. That was a really good description of how those smell because it just sparked something in me.
and the carrots. I don't know what it is with these freezer items, but
Elden Ring, I'm fighting Melania right now, and I plan on fighting her for a while until I can. It's going to be a while, but I am on Melania. Also in the Beast, other one. Those are the only two I haven't beat yet.
some of them just don't taste right. Honestly, the fries were horrible. 2 out of 10. Some of the worst freezer fries I've ever had. For my third meal, it was make your own pizza night. So interestingly, the fellow working at the dollar store, let's call him Luigi, when I checked out said this crust was super good. So I had high expectations because of Luigi.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they didn't sell pizza sauce, so I had to use Hunt's pasta sauce instead. This time I went with their traditional version with the garlic and herb. I gave it a sip, and guess what? It also was bad, but slightly better than the other version. 5 out of 10.
Why are you sipping that?
And yes, I know. This cheese isn't meant for pizza, but
oh,
it's all they had.
God.
For the record, I'm a provolone guy. All the provolone homies
American?
down below, let me know you're there. I tried the cheese, 6 out of 10. Hard to mess up American cheese. Tried the pepperoni, and that was good, 7.5 out of 10.
American?
I was pretty thrilled to try it. Cut it up.
No. Okay, let's watch
Plated. How was it? Honestly, great. Luigi was right. The crust was fantastic. 9 out of 10. Overall, the pizza itself, I'd give an 8 out of 10. If I had proper cheese and sauce, I would have loved it, but you know, we're roughing it here.
That's the okay, fine. There we go. That's the show. That's the whole show I'm gonna do. That's it. I know you guys didn't learn shit tonight. I don't care. Nobody donated anything. But that's fine. Hit the like button, you know. And if there's 10 likes, then I'm going to be bummed. But there's nothing I can do. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. And you didn't learn anything. We already covered that. Yeah. You guys get out there and do the things that make me proud. I guess. Maybe we'll do another one of these. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time too. Anyways, get out there, make the best of yourselves. Have a good Tuesday. Drink a lot of water. Get a good night's sleep. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Good night. Wait, is there no sound? Hold on. I'm a professional. There we go. Hold on. There we go. There we go. It's almost like I'm good at this.
I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies.
Hit the like button.
Talking about Bigfoot, but Loch Ness Monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, born like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.